And welcome back to another BobBlast. Hi, I'm Bob Burridge, and this one is all about color, design, painting, and lots of collage work. And that is my only intention. I don't have big intentions to make a big painting with a big theme. In fact, there's no theme in any of these. These are my practice warm-up paint sketches, so to speak, but using just nothing but paint and paper scraps. You can see here, this is some 16 by 16 inch wooden panels that we did quickly. It's all about spontaneity, not this long planned out thing about color and focal points and things like that. But this is all about me just having fun as a mad scientist, looking for whimsy. And that's all it is. If you give yourself permission to do that several times a week, you won't believe how much of a better painter, I think, you'll become. You'll be having more confidence, and that's really what this is. So this is monochromatic, strong graphics. This is red and black, big strong shapes to make them memorable. That's what I wanted these to be. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah. This is all monochromatic with green, but bam, a focal point in here. That's about as far as intellectual art stuff I did on this one here. I love the graphics of this one. Because I draw back into it too with pencils, and I love that scraping and scratching stuff so much. These are my smaller wooden panels. Each one has a different combination of color combinations there. See, I love some of this. But there's a lot of paper shapes in here too. You may not know that some of this stuff is paper and the rest of it is paint. Over here, I get much bigger. These are the canvases, where I'll start the same thing. Large graphic shapes first, over a toned canvas, and then let's see what happens after that. I mean, this is actually collage paper right in here too, tissue paper. But I'm gonna show you what the first thing we're gonna do is, first of all, you put some gesso down on the board. Let's get started. But first, let me show you my materials. On my table, I have here a big bucket of gesso. Love this gesso. This is gel medium, just regular gel medium. Okay, big buckets of water, big sloppy brushes. I'll show you how I use that in a minute. I do have these silicone type spreaders, and I also have my cardboard spreader. This is a disposable piece of cardboard, that's all it is. And I'm gonna be using these Joe Prime's extra fine art boards. You can see it's 16 inches by 16 inches. And the first thing I'm gonna do is actually spread it on. So this is my scraper. Get lots of this stuff, throw it right in there. Look at that. I love this gesso, look at that. Ooh, so creamy. Look how thick it is. It's super smooth. And I spread it around just like this. I don't try to be neat here. I'm just trying to get this material all over it. That's all I need. Put the rest back in here. That's all I need to do. The reason you're putting on the gesso is so the paint and the gel mediums will all stick to it better. So it's like a primer coat. All right, now I can throw this thing away. Or use it for the next one. Now, this is where I like to use the big sloppy brushes. They're really wet. And if you like a texture, this is a good way of getting a texture. Otherwise, that smooth spreader would have made this a very smooth surface. So this, going back and forth like this, gently, it spreads it all out evenly. And that's the texture, which is very minimal, that I'm looking for. See how easy that was? And now we'll let that dry and start creating. And now it's time for me to be the mad scientist. We're looking for whimsy. That's about all I'm gonna be doing here. No theme, no title. So the first thing I do is, after this has dried, I'm gonna put lots of gel medium. Lots of gel medium. You probably can't see this too well because it's white on white. But I'm putting lots. And the reason I keep emphasizing lots is I get an awful lot of emails about people getting bubbles. in their collages. The reason you're getting bubbles is you don't use enough glue, this gel medium. So I put it all over the place. So that's one step. I don't have to go around and start gluing each piece of paper. So now I have 2 hands free to play the mad scientist. So here we are in the lab. This is just black tissue paper. Over here I have goofy kinds of collage paper, you know, and they're mostly black and white. So here we go. So I look for shapes. Oh, I like this shape. That's good. You put it down just like that. Now this is where you take those squeegees or brares. Get all the wrinkles out. See? I have all the wrinkles out. And now put some more glue on top. This glue, by the way, will dry optically clear. So it's a little foggy now because of the glue. And this tissue paper is starting to bleed already. See, it's bleeding. It certainly isn't permanent yet. Let's do another one. Ah, look at this shape. This is good. That's too much in the middle. Ah, I like that better. Now, I like the graphic design of this. This whole project here is about graphic design and color. It was one of my favorite classes in college. Color and design. And you're looking for things that are unique to you. Not doing the same old, same old. I kind of like this tension. It's almost like rocks about to fall down or something like that. And I like that. So you can either keep the wrinkles in here. It's almost like ironing. While I'm doing that, I'm really pushing the paper into this gel so it becomes very homogeneous with the rest of this canvas here. And now with the same tool, I'm just going to get rid of the excess. That's it on my collages at this point. I'm anxious to get started into painting. Sometimes I'll just, here's another piece. I don't like to use too many of these dots. Mostly because everybody uses them. I also discovered these crazy little collage circles. Aren't they cool? Well, it's going to be white on white. So I'm going to add a whole lot more gel medium. Look how much I'm using. I kind of like this. I'll put it down here. Now these pieces have 3-dimensional qualities to them. Yeah, ooh, not in the middle. I didn't want it to be in the middle. There we go. We'll see where this goes. So all of this obviously is spontaneity. And that's what this whole project is all about. Wipe off the excess glue at this point. This is going to be a very strong graphic piece. I like those 3-dimensional circles because it's so different for me. I don't usually use these kinds of things. And that's the whole point of this blast, is to do something you've never seen yourself ever having done before. And then I'm the mad scientist. I'm inventing things. So let's get started with some color. So the only color I'm going to be using is this transparent quinacridone gold. Fantastic color. I'm going to squeeze some of it out here right on the table. There we go. Beautiful. Get my water close by. Big brush. This is still wet. And that's fine with me. I kind of like that. We're breaking all the rules here, right? And now some color. Whoa. Now I'm putting this acrylic paint on top of acrylic gel medium because it all sticks together. It's all acrylics, right? Well, look at this. And the reason I work fast is so it doesn't dry on me. Look at that, woo. And if you also work fast, you won't get real cerebral about this whole process. You're here to be this crazy wild person, right? I love it. And we'll let that settle down for a second. And I'm going to go back and get some of my gesso. Here it is. Wow, look at that. Whoa. just sporadically start painting everywhere. I like this. It almost has this intaglio print quality to it. I like it. Now you can't sit in bed in the morning and make this up and say, this is exactly what I'm going to be doing. This is where you give yourself permission to totally play in uncharted areas. I like where this is going. This is crazy. Oh, by the way, while it's still wet, why not even scraping and scratching? Add some more surprises. Oh, circles. Repeat the circle. That makes sense, right? Oh, all over the place. I'm going to see if it happens. So I put a little bit in here. Whoa, using my hands. I have that cream on my hands, so it's easier to clean my hands at the end of the day. Scraping, scratching. Oh, wow. Again, I can guarantee you I've never seen myself ever having done this one before. And that's what I'm playing with here today. And by the way, I'll do about 10 of these a day. You keep doing this, you become a much more confident painter. If you do it on here, when you go to do your much larger canvases, you'll have had all of this experience. Tone that down a little bit. Paint right on top of the paper. Look, I didn't even use any black paint. I'm using the paper here. Wow. Anyway, it's pretty wild and crazy. That's just one more. And after this video is over, I'm going to probably do about 8 or 9 more of these things. Because once I'm in a roll, I'm in a roll. Now, I didn't get specifically into color on this one other than monochromatic. Oh, wait a minute. You know what it needs? It needs a focal point. Yes. So I have some red paper here. Look at this. Oh. Not a lot of it. I'm using a very small piece of red paper. I think it was Matisse who said if you want to make red more noticeable, make it smaller. Ingenious. Ingenious. There you go. It's done. It's done. I'm going to let it dry, walk away, and varnish it. And that was a fun time in the studio. The mad scientist. Yay! I'll see you on the next BobBlast. Thanks for watching. Hi there, I'm Bob Burridge, and this is all about Date Night with Bob. We just got finished doing one. See the paintings behind me? This is a 2-hour kind of a Zoom painting workshop is what it is. And we were painting for 2 hours. You can either do it along with me, or you can sit back and have an adult beverage and watch at the same time. This is called a fun thing we're gonna be doing. We've done them already, so it's called Date Night with Bob. And don't you want to do that on whatever nights we have? Check out the schedule. It's right behind me, and we're going to be painting like crazy. I'll see you on Date Night with Bob. Hi there, this is Bob Burridge. And I was just thinking, you know, in this time of separation and by yourselves and you're in your studio, I was thinking, I think we're all writing letters, love letters to everybody. And so I got another idea. So let's do another virtual exhibition. It's free, no jurors, and who wouldn't want to put out their paintings of their interpretation of love notes? Let me give you some ideas. It doesn't have to be hearts and flowers and all the traditional stuff. Expand your mind for, you know, I have made some notes here. Love notes, which could be the written word. It could be musical notes. Physical contact. It could be hearts and flowers and champagne and candy and love letters. It can also be by yourself. Okay, just think about that. So it could be traditional or abstract. It's your interpretation of love notes. And as I like to say, show me your love, baby. So here's how to include your painting. Sorry I had to read that, but I wanted to get it all down there, and this is going to be exciting, and I can't wait to see all your work. So I'll talk to you a little bit later about that, so get started. Love notes, your interpretation.